I don't want to let people down. It's so pathetic.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, you don't want, if people came to your series and found it and stayed with it and loved it and talked about it.
I'm Jonathan Bloomberg, writing for movies in Sweden.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi.
Hi. So I actually finished the second season of the show yesterday. So I have it really fresh in my mind, and I loved it even more than the first.
Really?
So that's saying a lot.
We love you.
Yeah. So I wanted to get off on the right foot there. So I know that you got a lot of positive feedback on the first season, and that it also meant a lot for a lot of people. Writing a second season at any time, if you have the luck to be able to do that, is something that can be a bit daunting, just doing that. Did it feel different this time, or did it feel like it had to mean even more now when the first season was received the way that it was?
I think it's always hard writing any second season of anything I've written. You feel like paralyzed. It's that difficult second album thing. You're not even really sure if it is the same, you're kind of like, and it's the same first day on set. You're like, are we being these characters? But in actual fact, once I got going, I don't know if I found it easier than the second one. I think I enjoyed it more because I knew those sisters better, and I was very invested in them, and their voices kind of came easier. I kind of knew the jokes that they'd make. I knew how they'd respond to things. I knew which sisters would spar with the other, and so it was intimidating because the first season had gone down so well, and I have this thing of I don't want to let people down. It's so pathetic. No. But I'm just like, you don't want, if people came to your series and found it and stayed with it and loved it and talked about it, then you don't want to deliver them anything but what they deserve as an audience and fans of the show. So I put a lot of pressure on myself, but in a way I think it was kind of easier to write.
Yeah, I think it's freer. You didn't have to tick the box of certain, when it's an adaptation of being true to, and also being involved with the people who made that.
And terrible. Also, the first season being over 2 timelines. That I found that tricky the whole time.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yes.
Yeah.
Because actually, one of the things about the second series was, would we miss that there was 2 timelines? And there's obviously one timeline, but
with a couple of flashbacks,
but I mean, I think knowing the characters was the big thing, and then bringing new characters in who serve the thriller plot,
and felt really like part of the DNA of the show very quickly.
Yeah, I love Fiona. This season.
She's the best.
We all love
for sure. Yeah. and I also heard that you had like multiple hurricanes passing through while shooting.
Yeah. What was the name of our favorite?
Agnes.
I can't remember.
Yeah. So I was thinking
in the middle of the wedding.
Yeah, exactly. So I was thinking about that too. How do you kind of shift the day? Because I'm guessing that you can't do the scenes maybe as you thought you were, because you kind of have to acknowledge the extreme weather.
She just made us do in torrential rain. We were still in our bridesmaids outfits spinning around.
Yes, there was still I mean, in Ireland you can't get any weather insurance for anything in commercials or drama, because the weather is supposed to be so erratic. And one of the things I learned from the first series, because we did recce's in exquisite weather in the first series, and we did American DP and said, what were you talking about Irish weather? This is just like being in California. And then the whole first week of filming, I just said, what did I do in a former life? Because it was wet and grey. And in the grading, people loved, and the Americans loved the fact that, the grey that we're so used to, which we find depressing, everybody else found interesting. So I knew this time, no matter what the weather, just get out there and do it, and just respond to, like, I've never been at an Irish wedding where the sun has shone, and actually we introduced the Child of Prague, which is a superstition that people put the Child of Prague.
Yeah, that little statue, it kind of recurs over the series. You spotted it, but people like they put it out the day before a wedding,
The day before a wedding, praying for
good weather.
And the joke is that Norman,
It's always raining.
Yeah, the photographer photographs it sitting in a puddle. So we just kind of made a joke of that, and
then moved some scenes indoors. You know, we just kind of worked with.
There was when we were doing another scene on the cliff, which was going to be continuity. That was the day it snowed out of nowhere on the 12th of February. So that was the only day we literally had to remember that the snowfall, on the cliffs.
Yeah. So thanks a lot for taking the time to speak with me. No worries. So have a great day now.